Sometimes having faith is literally just doing the little things. Sometimes we like to overcomplicate things when things are super simple. You don't need to complicate things. If you know you want to pursue something, all you need to do is have the faith to take the first step. You may not have the money in the bank. You may not have all the resources. You may not have the networking. But the little steps is what feeds the dream. It's the thing that when you begin, things start to align and you know you are going in the right direction. Is it a straight path? No. Life is up, down, up, down, up, down. Because there's so many things that have to happen in order for you to see the dream manifest. Because there's so many things that has to happen in order to see the dream become reality. But it doesn't work if you do not have the faith to believe in that dream, to believe in yourself. Even despite anybody else not believing in it. Because that's the thing, just because you have the vision, just because you have the dream, doesn't mean everybody's gonna see it. And this is why it's so important to not tell everybody what you're doing. Yeah, you want to, because it's a way to gain support, and sometimes it helps motivate you. But realistically, when you tell somebody what you're doing, a lot of times your brain thinks you just completed the task and now you're putting less effort in it, when all you need to be doing is moving in silence. Unless that person is helping you in the task that you're doing, in the project that you're doing, you don't need to announce it. Having faith is moving, trusting that it's going to work out. I'm gonna tell you one story right now. Me going to school was fully faith. I was looking for job after job after job, and I literally got so frustrated trying everything to get out of my situation. And literally, mind you, it's been 10 years since I was in school, so I was really just like, it was out of the nowhere thought process, let me just go back to school, because clearly I need some type of education. I need a bachelor's. Okay, I need something to push me in the right trajectory. So this is what I did. And sometimes the simplest prayer is the prayer you need to pray. The simplest statement is the statement you need to say, and let it go and move in that direction. I literally said, I'm gonna apply to school. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It was months before I heard back. And when I say months, it was literally the week before school started that I found out that I got into the school. You know how much faith you have to literally, it's down by the wire, and you have not heard nothing. I done forgot all about applying to the school and everything. And that's the best prayers. You pray and you literally let it go. Let it go. Sometimes our worry is what literally makes things not happen. You worry so much when it's not in your control. You did your part. Let God do the rest. You did your part. Let God do the rest, and keep doing your part. All I had to do was apply, and lo and behold, I got in. And then after that, I was like, well, who's paying for it? Because I wasn't working at the time. I was like, who's paying for it? So I was like, well, I'll apply to financial aid. Because also too, I went to school. I took out loans. I did the whole thing. So I didn't even think I was going to get financial aid, to be honest. I didn't think there was anything to help me out. My loans been deferred for like dang near 87 years. Like, was I going to get it? I don't know. But literally I said, okay, I got into school. If I get the money to pay for it, then I'll go. And I let it go again. And what happened? I got the money for the school. I went through a whole process. And the process that it was called was the thing that made my faith believe that God, I was moving in the right direction. It was called Fresh Start. Never heard of that in my entire life. It was literally a new program they did for people who had loans, who wanted to finish school or wanted to go back to school or whatever the case may be, and they still had loans. And in order to get the loans out of default, it was called Fresh Start, so that they would be eligible to get financial aid to cover their school tuition. It was called Fresh Start, and that was exactly what I was looking for. And because of that one decision, because of those two simple acts of me believing, having faith to just say, if I get it, I get it, and let it go. Because holding on to something sometimes is what makes things not happen. Letting it go, believing it was going to happen, and being okay if it wasn't going to happen. Because this is the thing, you have to be content. You have to understand that everything might not go your way. Everything you pray for might not happen because it may not be good for you. Because a lot of times we don't even realize how some of our prayers are harmful to us or the things around us or the future that God has for us. So if we're not consistently say, God, let it be your will and not mine, we can find ourselves in a situation we didn't need to be in. We can find ourselves living in mistakes and lessons we We didn't have to go through. Sometimes you need to literally pray and let it go. But the thing you need to do is have faith in that prayer. You don't have to talk God's ear off to death. I know there's some situations where you really feel like you need to do, because honestly, prayer is peace. The reason why we pray is to get peace of mind. I know for me, when I pray, automatically, I feel this overwhelming peace that falls over me. I feel lighter. And that's ultimately what it is, because we have to have peace to know that the things that we pray for, if they are meant for us, they're going to happen. And we need to trust that although we do not have control of that, because we are standing in our faith, everything is going to work out. Everything is going to work out. Aren't you tired of the opposite not happening? Literally, you not having faith and then nothing working out? I know I am. And we're human beings. We're going to have moments where our faith, lacks a little bit. But that's why having a relationship is so important. Whether you believe or not, having faith is so important. Praying is so important. Understanding that you are not in control of everything is so important. Because a lot of times we think we are on gods, and that's dangerous. You can't fix everything. You can't fix everything. There are some things you will have no control over, no matter how much money you have. So faith is literally the core of what you need to stand on, so that when things get rocky, because life happens, things happen that throw you literally all the way off to the point, it tests your faith. But your faith being strong, being a hard foundation, is what's going to lead you out of that darkness, is what's going to lead you out of that hard times and into the future, into the light consistently every single time. I am a testament to that. Every time my world got dark, my faith got bigger. My light got brighter. Things were moving. And this is the thing. When you're a person that want big things, and I'm saying this because I am that person. You got big dreams, big goals, big money, big. Okay? It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a second. Okay? You don't have a microwave life. You have a crock pot life. You have an oven life. God is going to take his time, because there's a shaping in your character that has to be done. There's a molding that has to be done within your heart, within your spirit, within your mind, because the destiny that you have is far greater than you. It's for other people. There's so many people within your trajectory that you're going to affect, whether you know it or not, whether they tell you or not, that your faith is reliant on. This is the season you have to start practicing your faith. Faith means believing in things that is unseen. It means you may not have the money to move, but somehow you're going to move. You may not have money to start that business, but somehow you're going to start that business. It starts with the little steps. It starts with you believing. Just believing that it can work out. Because why believe in the opposite? That's not the outcome you want anyways. You need to start having faith. Faith is the thing that will get you through time and time again. And this is the season to do it, now more than ever. I don't know what you're praying about. I don't know what has your heart in a tizzy. I don't know what you lack. I don't know the pain that you might be going through right now. But I'm telling you, changing your mindset, having a heart of gratitude, building your faith is the very thing, the core thing that's going to take you to the next step. But you have to allow yourself to practice it. It means doing something even if it seems silly. Even if nobody else around you understands. That's what having faith is. It's going even though you don't know the next steps. That's what having faith is. And it's a daily practice. And you're going to mess up. But it's about getting back up and continuing on that path and understanding and knowing that God has your back. This is the season to have faith. This is the season.